Indeed! And we are going to get Kerus versus Downiel. Ooh, I'm pretty excited for this one, honestly. Knowing both players, I'm pretty excited for this one.
Yeah, I haven't really heard of either of these players as far as I remember. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
I feel like both players are very even in terms of skill level, so that's why I'm pretty excited to see them fight each other, you know? And just overall, the Zeta Rano matchup overall, I feel is a pretty fun one to watch.
Yeah, I feel like the Zetarano matchup is somewhat even, in my opinion at least. You have Zetaburn, who's able to do really quick combos and get KOs very early, and the same thing goes for Rano. They have kind of similar they have similar play styles. It's just done a little differently.
Yeah, it's just done a little differently, and just like that, we've seen some good stock exchanges here, but not at the advantage of Kerus. Downiel is going to apply full-on pressure right now when off stage, but Kerus is just going to be able to reverse it thanks to the bubble. And if you don't know, the bubble is a very interesting tool that Rano has to trap their opponents.
Indeed, and it looks like Kerus has the stage advantage, so they're going to try to keep their opponent off stage and probably use neutral special to hit them once, and then maybe even forward air for either KO off the side or just a spike down. However, both players are back on stage, and there's a back air, and there it is, neutral special coming out, didn't hit, and there's a back air into a...
Very good. Yeah, just very good takeover from Downiel, but not going to be able to get back on the stage quite yet. There it is, but no, we're back off stage right now. We're just gonna push Downiel to their limits, and yeah, just a lot of back and forth overall in this second stock. My gosh, nobody's killing.
I have not seen a Rano use the downward version of up special like that at all before, as far as I remember. That was really smart, and even though he lost his stock for it, there was a potential there for Downiel to lose his own stock there potentially, and it worked out in the long run.
I mean, that was a very that was a little bit short, unfortunately, but just having the downwards version of up B is it's a surprising move to see. I feel like, just as you said, it's not used that often, but it's still a tool that you have to respect when you're the opponent, just because it can get some interesting conversions off of it, honestly.
Right, and one thing I'm wanting to see this game in particular in Kerus' favor would be potentially how they recover back on stage. We saw it there at the very end of game 1. They just used up special to recover back on stage. But if you use down special and you hold the B button, or whatever button you have assigned to down to special, and you move it upwards a little bit, and then you use down air, you can rise yourself up a little bit and give yourself a little more of a recover in terms of just how much space you have to use up special, and that was definitely what he needed to do there, but wasn't able to do it. However, already one stock is lost on Kerus' end, and now they have to be a little worried at this point.
Yeah, and as we were saying, yeah, Rano's got some pretty good recovery options between bubble, up B, side B as well, the tongue. So it's just going to propel him back to stage, pretty much, if he can latch onto it. So just lots of mix-up possible, but right now Downiel is in the driver's seat, he's got all the momentum, and overall it's still going to be pretty tough for Kerus to come back from this, especially against this overwhelming pressure. My gosh, we're going down!
Oh my goodness! The just downright disrespect there coming out of Downiel, just not giving Kerus a chance to potentially recover there, and now being burnt with over 50%, you could potentially lose your stock here. However, it looks like they were able to get the down strong for a KO, but they're a stock behind with such a disadvantaged state like this.
Yeah, and honestly, just the advantage state of Downiel has been ridiculous this game. Once he gets onto you, he gets onto you, and no escape, pretty much. And it's pretty scary. Ooh, but a good parry though. Yeah, a good parry though from Kerus. Can pretty much, I was about to say he could pretty much seal right then and there for this stock, but not gonna be the case quite yet.
I feel like when he used the forward air a little bit ago there, he could have upstronged, and it probably would have killed considering how many ticks of poison that Downiel has on him. And there it is. There's the upstrong for the stock, and now he's got a bubble set up, but it's all a matter of, is he able to keep this stock at 148% going to get a KO?
Yeah, no, that's not gonna be a thing. He's not gonna be able to take that off of that, and that is going to be game, set, and match to Downiel. Just playing volleyball with himself, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, Kerus just did not have a fun time there. It looked like Downiel just kept on relenting non-stop, and I feel like that's an issue that Kerus just had with trying to get in. It's not an easy thing to do against a Zetterburn to get in when they have that much of an advantage state. However, I mean, like I said before, it was a matter of having a little bit of a better recovery system going, as well as maybe a little bit more of a better aim with your neutral special, because there were plenty of times where neutral special did miss off stage, but I mean, you can't win them all, of course, and they're still in it for the taking potentially. So I mean, we're not gonna see them, we're gonna keep seeing them is what I meant to say.
Yeah, and speaking of being still in it for the taking, we're gonna move on to losers